Dave Anderson with Fazio's Frets and Friends in St. Louis, Missouri. And today I want to talk to you about the new Egnater Rebel 30 that we just got in. This is not a new amp, but it is to us as we just started carrying the Egnater line this year. The Rebel 30 is a super cool amp that comes in well under $1,000, and it has tons of features for both live and studio use. Just going through the faceplate here and looking at all the controls, what you have is channel switching. You have a tight switch and a bright switch for the channel 1, which is your clean channel, bass and treble volume, tight switch and bright switch for the channel 2, which is your overdrive with independent gain and volume, bass, mid, and treble. You've got two independent channel 1, channel 2, basically attenuators that'll pull the amp from 1 to 30 watts. And then what I consider to be probably the coolest feature on this amp, the tube mix. This amp houses EL84s and a pair of 6V6s. And what you're able to do with this is completely use the EL84s, go all the way over to the 6V6s and use those, or anywhere in between. So right up the middle, you get quite a bit of punch as you're gaining both of those power tube sections at once. On the back of the amp, you've got an effects center return. You've also got independent reverb controls for each channel, which is super cool. You could run this amp, any ohmage in terms of cabinet. We're running it through an Egnater 212 closed back cab, and it does come with a foot switch and a cover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with channel 1, and I'm just going to kind of show you what the sounds are like. I've got the tight and the bright off right now. I'm going to engage each one of those individually. And you'll really notice the difference, especially with the 212 cab being enclosed. I'm playing a Milan Song Pro Artist Vintage Series Strat style guitar, basically. So let's get started with this. So that's just a clean channel, and I don't have anything engaged. I'm going to add the tight switch, which is going to we're going to lose some of that open airiness, and we're going to make the cabinet a little more focused. When I move in that tight switch and turn it on, you sort of lose some of that low end warble, and it focuses the tone and compresses it a bit more. Now I'm going to utilize the bright switch. This is with it off. Single coils in this guitar, it really brightens up the amp quite a bit. That's a really cool feature to have, if you're playing humbuckers or single coils. I'm going to move over to the channel 2 right now, and again, keep it all off, so I don't have any tight or bright on, and then I'll add one independently. When I take the tight off. So in live use, this is really a cool feature to have, depending on if your sound's getting lost in the mix. Now I'm going to add the bright. Single notes quite a bit. Another cool feature of this amp is that it's got a silent record switch within it. So that means you can actually put it in silent record mode and use the head go direct into a board, and it makes a great studio amp as well. Again, like I said, this amp comes in well under $1,000. I think it's $749. Comes with the foot switch, comes with a bag for it, and it's very compact and has plenty of volume. Let's hear the tube mix, and then what I'm going to do is, right now it's set directly up, so it's using the EL84s and the 6V6s. I'm going to pull it all the way over to the 6V6s, and I'm just going to rotate it in the chords. Between the 6V6s and the EL84s on the tube mix. Another really cool feature of the Egnater. So if you get a chance, come into Fazio's Frets and Friends in St. Louis, Missouri, and we'll run through the Rebel 30, or check us out online at faziosmusic.com.